Critically dangerous fire weather was forecast across Northern California from Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday evening, threatening to intensify several large blazes and increasing the risk of new ones, as a small rural town in the Sierra Nevada was ravaged by a fire that grew with devastating speed. The Calder fire, which erupted over the weekend, exploded in size on Tuesday and ran through the town of Grizzly Flats, destroying many buildings and forcing residents to leave. 2 were injured. Officials estimated that the blaze had blown through 30,000 acres, up from 6,500 acres reported by the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, CAL FIRE, earlier that day. The fire has grown. It is spreading quickly, said Chris Vestal, a public information officer on the fire, noting that it had grown so quickly that it was outpacing the department's ability to document it. The National Weather Service issued red flag warnings in the region, extending across several western states, noting the potential for rapid spread of fire with a perilous trifecta of low humidity, extremely dry vegetation, and wind gusts of up to 35 miles per hour. On Tuesday evening, Pacific Gas and Electric, PG&E, began shutting off power to about 51,000 customers in 18 Northern California counties. The utility said it was starting the shutoffs as a precaution to prevent gusting winds from damaging power lines and sparking blazes. Mandatory evacuation orders were issued in several areas and close to 17,000 people have now been forced to leave their homes, according to the California Office of Emergency Services. The Calder fire, whipped by the winds, exhibited extreme behavior as it tore through small mountain towns in El Dorado County, including Grizzly Flats, where structures were lost and 2 civilians were injured, officials reported. Streets were littered with downed power lines and poles, and few homes were left standing, the Associated Press reported. Local resident Derek Shaves said, "It's a pile of ash." More than 2,500 people were under evacuation orders, and more communities could be affected through Tuesday night. "From a resource standpoint, we are literally running as fast as we can in all aspects," Vestal said. By midday on Tuesday, lines of cars inched along a 1-lane road out of Pollock Pines, a community currently in the fire's path. People throughout the region were offering assistance to evacuees, including the 4-legged kind. Susan Collins of Placerville used her horse trailer to help move 2 horses Tuesday after offering help on an El Dorado County Facebook page. "I know not everybody is prepared when something like this happens, and my purpose in life is to be there to help people," she said. At a community meeting on Tuesday night, officials on the fire said there were only 242 personnel on the incident due to a crunch in resources with so many big blazes burning across the West. "We are in a resources-drawn-down environment," said the incident commander and CAL FIRE Chief Dusty Martin, adding that the crews were doing the best they could. "There are multiple large fires, and we are all competing for the same precious resources." Officials said the fire's behavior couldn't have been predicted, and across the region flames had outpaced models 221. "We are going to continue to battle to get this under control," Martin said, noting that they would need additional resources. Governor Gavin Newsom proclaimed a state of emergency in El Dorado County in response to the fire. He also announced on Tuesday that the state had secured 2 new fire management assistance grants from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The wind also drove more extreme activity by the Dixie Fire, the country's largest blaze and the biggest single wildfire in California history, as the flames surged through the Sierra Nevada range closer to the city of Susanville, home to roughly 18,000 people. New evacuation orders were also issued in Lassen County for residents just west of Highway 395.